The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Now a first carry here for their running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, these two teams you might remember met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. From the 41, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go, set.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
To the air goes Daniels.
Here's Griffin on the catch. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned him, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the pick six, they go right back to the air.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but two Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Yeah, you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Let's go now.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The 20. Down to the 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it.
And he is into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown. A 93-yard kickoff return. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Caught here by Griffin. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Let's go. Check out.
They run the counter. Reeves.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Reeves, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Let's go now.
Daniels looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime...
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have got it on cruise control. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here we go, set. Roll.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
19 tight. Take go.
Back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Tag. Mustang 19.
To throw is Daniels.
Buying time to it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
looking to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. Going deep for Walker.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
There he goes, right side.
Down the right sideline. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Finding Walker complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The slot man in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side.
He's still on his feet, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
Washington on third down.
3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Set up. Go, go, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Reeves looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Reeves trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Oh, fighting off the defender.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Commanders 49, Cowboys 6.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line.